Hey everyone, welcome. I want to go over this Pittsburgh 18-piece offset T-handle hex key set or Allen key set. And this set is specifically through Pittsburgh, who is part of Harbor Freight. Harbor Freight runs the Pittsburgh line. Many of you probably already know this. And this set in itself is two pieces. You can purchase these separate from each other, both SAE and Metric. But in this case, you can purchase them as one complete set as part number 63167. Now, this set is, I decided to go with this set just because it's all inclusive in one track, or one tray, essentially. So I can keep all of my Allen or hex wrenches all in one spot. Now, as mentioned, these are T-handles, so you do have the long end here with the ball end. I'll let you guys get a little closer view of that. There's the ball end. All right, and what that allows you to do, and I'm sure I don't have the right number on this one right now, but the idea behind that is when you have your hex fasteners, you've got to have the ability sometimes, the majority of cases, you'll come in like this direction and you will be able to tighten and loosen. But on occasion, you need to either reach in deep or you need to be able to reach in at an angle. And what this helps facilitate is you being able to tighten or loosen a fastener at roughly, 45-degree angle, almost in some cases, a fastener. So that is actually really nice. The only downside to that is, and it's worth noting it here, guys, is that style here is only as strong as its weakest link. And its weakest link is this indented portion here that allows it to drop into the fastener. So that is the only downside. So you'll find yourself maybe not breaking loose with this function, but essentially coming in with the handle this way, because you get a lot of torque and leverage right this way on it, and it allows you to get in there and break it loose, and then ideally come in afterwards with the ball head version and release it. So really great tool. They aren't necessarily new, but I wanted to pick up a set because I honestly have a bunch of these other smaller pocket size ones that you could pull out and run, or I've got some more of these traditional kind of 2-in-1s. They don't quite have as much leverage on this end for tightening and loosening. The T-bar handle is actually very nice to get a good center leverage and twist. So what's nice about these, you do have a PVC handle. You do have this eyelet here, in case you want to run, some cord through there, or what have you. If you want to hang these up on a rack, you might be able to squeeze them through there. It isn't the largest hole. They do have their name on the side there. It isn't the cleanest, most beautiful PVC job, but it works. There is identification right here on the backside, so that is great to be able to see. That is the 3/16. And then I just saw something here. And bear with me, I just opened these up. So, oh, great. So, chrome vanadium steel, which is great. And it is a 3/16. So 2 forms of identification, both up here on the T-handle and down here on the shank itself. So nice setup. And now looking at the actual tray, you can see here that each one of these shows the sizes. And on the standard size, it's 1/16, 5/64, 3/32, 1/8, 5/32, 3/16. 7/32, 5/16, and all the way up to 3/8. It's also worth noting that when you look down inside there, you can see that it's actually shaped and cut out to roughly the size of the T-handle. So as it goes in here, it's going to be less likely to spin around. So that is a nice added feature. I will say though, on the smaller ones, it's just a drilled hole. And so that goes all the way up to 5/32, and 3/16 is where it starts on this side. Now flipping over, you also have your millimeter side. So it goes from 10 millimeter, so you guys can't see real, 8 millimeter, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2.5, 2, and 1.5 millimeter. And you notice it also still has the sticker on the opposite side here, So depending on which way you want to have it set, you can still easily see the manufacturer and the part number should you ever need to. The only difference on this side being that it's going to be 5 millimeters and, well, it's going to be in millimeters, but it's also going to be in gray, so it helps you distinguish both your SAE from your metric. But other than that, we could check here again on the shank. CRV 5 millimeter. So they do a good job calling that out. Now this set is made in China. Big shocker. But it seems to be actually fairly nice. The nice thing too about Pittsburgh is they have a lifetime warranty. So you break one, take it in, they'll replace it. Or many of them might actually just make you replace the whole set. So be that as it may, you get to choose which route you want to go, or depending on how well your local Harbor Freight treats you, they may help you decide for yourself. Now, they claim these are high torque. I actually did a quick test, and we'll do a quick test here again just to let you guys see the hardness of this metal. So since I picked up this hardness tester, I went through, I can show you real quick, HRC 45. Right here, we'll try to give a good scratch. Of course, that was off camera. Let's try that again so you guys can see. Here we go. Now it takes off the paint, but it doesn't quite scratch the surface. You go up one from there to HRC 50. What you guys see here, clean spot. And that is where it actually, let's see on this one, it might, yes. It just barely does some damage on this one. So this one's actually a little bit harder than one of the SAEs I tried a minute ago. It definitely made a cut into one of these, whereas this one's just barely starting to cut. So I'm going to go ahead and say that the hardness of this is going to be somewhere between an HRC 50 to an HRC 55, which for Chinese and CRV, that's actually a pretty decent number. I went ahead and I tested my DeWalt. It came in at a 50. I also tested this kind of knockoff brand. It came in at a 50 as well. This Husky came in the 50 range, as well as your good old trusty Allen wrench. I could go ahead and give you guys a shot of the 50 on this one. We'll do a fresh one. Right there. Cut right into it. So, as far as keeping up with some American-made products, it's actually right there. So, hardness, I'm happy about that. I did notice on a couple of the balls, I'll pull one out here, I didn't leave it out to look at, but some of them aren't exactly perfect. And so as you put them in, actually these are all going to be metric. Let's take a look here. As far as fitness, this is the correct size for this. So it's a 5 millimeter. You do get the full turning radius, and fitment in there is about like so. So a little loose. That one could be probably a little bit tighter. And then let's try one of these larger ones. I think it was 8 mil. No, it wasn't 8 mil. That would have been this guy 6. He does fine as well. There was one of these that didn't quite fit as well as I had hoped. Here we go. That was 8 mil. So it fits inside there. This one's just actually a little bit too tight. And so it doesn't quite get the angle that you need. So I wonder if we switch down to, you know what, if you pop down to a 5/16 though, that is actually quite snug and works. So yeah, and maybe this might be a 5/16 one. I'll have to look closer at it and see. But overall, all the rest of these fit actually quite well. A little bit on the looser side, which I think for the the long end with the ball end, that's actually going to be preferred. So pricing for these, $19, almost $20. And then if you get them on sale, which they're regularly on sale, they're about $15 for the whole set. So really hard to beat when all these are $20 themselves, and they don't even have quite the amount that's available here in this set. So I'd love to hear you guys' thoughts. Is this a T-bar set you have? Do you have a T-bar set that you like more that we should compare this to or even explore? I'd love to hear you guys' thoughts, and I always appreciate you guys giving some feedback to these videos. All right, hang in there, and we'll talk to you guys soon.